Train Lover 1974 presents Toby's Spooky Night. It was a dark and spooky evening on the island of Sodor, and the engines, they're just getting ready for the Halloween party. Alright everyone, I'm glad to have you all here for this Halloween party. I have been waiting a whole year for this, and I've built up a good spooky story. It once began a long time ago on the... Spare us the drama, Edward. Excuse me. You tell this same crap every year. You've been telling this ever since we first came to the island. Wait, hold on. Donald and Douglas. Where's Gordon and Henry? They said they didn't want to be here this year. They invited us instead. Why is that? Well, after what happened last year, and then what happened in 2021, after Henry apparently ran into that ghost of Ginty, and Gordon running into the ghost of Sam, apparently, was that they wanted nothing else to do with the Spooky's tales, so they said they're probably going to skip out this year, maybe even next year. Fine, then. Well, it's nice to have you here, Murdoch. You weren't here last year. I was busy on the mainland. Why were you on the mainland, anyway? I had to help carry heavy goods. I was loaned to the mainland. But I came back. Well, that's good. Beep! Hey, Doc, would you like to join us? Oh, sorry, Edward. I can't. I'm taking these trucks to the harbor. They'll be needed for tomorrow. All right, then. Beep! What about you, Thomas? Sorry, evening train. Oh, yeah, good evening, Doc. Good evening, Thomas. Well, no time to waste. I have a train to take. See you later, all. And happy Halloween. It's not even Halloween. James, just go with the script. Okay then. Well, what story do you want me to tell then? Then, besides my usual, I don't know, come up with something original. Oh, I wanted to hear it. Percy, you'll probably get scared hearing it. You always do. No, I don't. What about what happened with the flatbeds of fear? I wasn't even there. I was busy on the Farquhar branch. Or what about what happened with Gator or the Phantom Express? Okay, James, that was technically your fault. You played a trick on me and Steven. Well. Ding, ding. Good evening, everyone. What's all the hubbub about? Toby, did you really just say hubbub? Yes? Toby, we really need to educate you on what the modern words are. Well, anyway, Toby, would you like to join us? Sure, I finished all my jobs, and I brought Henrietta. Hello, everyone. Oh, God, the old coach. James, do you want me to bump you again? No. Okay, then. Edward looked around to see what he could figure out for a ghost. Then he saw underneath the Bay Bridge an old tank engine, or what was left of one. Aha! I thought that thing was gone a long time ago. What was that? Nothing. Do you all see that old metal tank engine underneath the old iron bridge? You mean the Bay Bridge? Yes, Bay Bridge, sorry. Scarlowy told me a story about his dirt bridge. Do you see that old scrap engine? Yeah, what about him? You know, he wasn't always there. Really? 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 Yes. And I'll tell you the story. This story goes all the way back to when I actually knew Sam, back before his accident, or after his accident. We cut back to the late 1900s, around the time when Sam was still alive. It was right. Sam, as I told you before, was a very arrogant engine. He didn't care much for the rules, and this led to his demise. But after his accident, it was only me, Markland, and including another tank engine. But Markland was going to be sent back to his homeland. Apparently, from what I heard, it was Germany. And then, the other tank engine, who was also being loaned, was going to be sent back to her railway. That was one of the times the Top Hat the First came up. Edward, As the recent expansion on the railway, including by the fact we have no longer any engines besides you, I have ordered an LBSCR tank engine, but it will not be here yet. It won't be here until next year. I see, sir. But what are we going to do? I have purchased a tank engine from the old LMS region. And I decided to give him a trial. Here he is. Hello there. Oh, hello. What's your name? My name is Josh. Josh? Yes, thank you for that. He is an experimental tank engine I have brought from the LMS on trial. If he passes, he will stay. If he doesn't, I will send him away. To God credit, sir, I'm sure I'll be able to stay. After all, I am unique. I'm a big tank engine. I like the confidence, but make sure to handle it carefully. You don't want to end up like the last tank engine who was overconfident. He was probably a loser. Well, wait, what's that on your side tanks? It's some weird crest they were trying to make. Apparently it failed miserably. So they decided just to keep it on me, because apparently I'm used for that. Oh, well, enough jabbering. Come on, I have trains to pull. Okay. For a short time, he did really well. In fact, I would say he was really useful. But things began to get strange over time. Really strange indeed. I was one day helping out near the cranes. I was bringing in some ballast trucks. Trucks that were needed. There were some coaches nearby. Hey, Josh, can you please get them? Yeah, I get them. Wait, Josh, slow down. What is that? Ah, nuts. Josh, I told you to approach them slowly. You've probably damaged them. Yeah, whatever. Just go get help. Hold on. The accidents started becoming more prone. Every day when I met him, he somehow got into an accident. In fact, one day, I was just carrying a normal passenger train, and I had to stop near a red signal. No, I saw the switcher set towards the yard. All of a sudden, I heard him coming down the line at extreme speeds. On, faster. He came storming into the yard and then slamming into the buffers. His whole train derailed right behind him. Josh! Oh, whatever, it's just a few spills. At the time, we had recently just received our new tank engine. He was very kind. His name was Thomas. Me and Thomas often had to help clean up his accidents. Mostly him, since I was too busy with the passengers. But one day, his carelessness would get the better of him. It was in the mist near the First World War. Josh was being asked to help take a very important train. And he was trusted with it. Woo! Yeah! Josh, I should warn you, you should be careful. Wait, hold on. You said this was near the First World War? I thought you said Sam died during the First World War. No, I'm sorry. I got my stories confused. This was after the First World War. Josh was asked to take some leftover ammunition to the mainland to be put into storage. You should be careful, Josh. Ammunition is a very dangerous thing. Last time an tank engine misbehaved with it, he ended up being blown sky high. Pfft! I'll show you sky high. I can take this train and I bet I won't even get into an accident. Famous last words. You just watch. Little did I know how right I would be. Near midnight, he picked up his train. He set off. I was near the harbor. I was just preparing to head back to the sheds. Josh had left a little bit ago, so I assumed he'd be fine. Then I heard a massive explosion. What was that? Next thing I knew, I saw Thomas rushing past. I saw Thomas enter the yards quickly with the breakdown train. Shh. Edward, we need your help desperately. What's wrong? Josh has gotten into an accident near the railway crossing. We need medical and ambulances quickly. I panicked and I quickly followed behind him. My firemen stayed behind and went to call an ambulance. When we got to the scene, it was a massacre. Josh somehow stayed on the rails, but his back cab was damaged badly, including also laid the vans in pieces off the rails. It was honestly just shocking to see how Josh was even still alive. The next day, Josh was brought back to the yards. Sir Toby had a word with him. Josh, you could have caused a serious accident. You are seriously lucky it was only a few injuries from that bus that was nearby the crossing. You're lucky that none of the people or the bus got killed. Whatever. It was fine. The ammunition just blew a bit when I was passing over the crossing. Apparently, from the witnesses from some of the road vehicles that were nearby the crossing, you were apparently speeding. And I unfortunately cannot allow that on my railway. So I'm afraid your trial has ended. Let me guess, you'll send me away. No. Wait, what? I am sending you to... Sadly, I have already purchased you, so this means I cannot send you away. And honestly, no one will buy you, considering your actions. So, I am placing you underneath the Bay Bridge, and you will remain there for always and always. But, sir, no buts. Now, Edward, take him to the Bay Bridge. So I did. Josh was left under the Bay Bridge, slowly rusting away over time, becoming rustier and rustier, until there was nothing even left. All that still remains of him to this day is a pile of scrap metal. Wow. Now that is a good story, Edward. Yes, indeed. That even gave me the shivers. Well, it did. I hope I don't run into him. Wait, is there even a ghost of him? According to legend, it is said is that every year on the date that his accident happened... Which accident? You said he had loads. The accident with the ammunition vans. The one that basically put him out of service. It is said is that sometimes you can see his remains sitting on the bridge, waiting for another engine, and hopefully one that will help him cross the other side. It gives me shivers in my frames. You don't have to worry, Toby. I don't believe there is a ghost. I highly doubt there would be. Why would Josh stick around for? Maybe he was sticking around to see if someone would rescue him. Or if maybe someone would give him a buffer. Sorry. That was a terrible joke. I know. Then, Sir Topham had entered the chat. Oof. Are you okay, sir? I'm fine. Sorry. Anyway, Toby, I need you to take some trucks down to the harbor. Duck accidentally left some behind at his yards, so I need you to pick some up. Tonight? Don't worry, Toby. You'll be back in time to get back to your nice warm shed. Oh, he's not worried about that. He's just being a scaredy engine. Hey, I take offense to that. What, I didn't call you that, Percy. Well, yeah, but Thomas did. You technically stole his line. Oh. Well, you're still a scaredy tramp. I'm not. I'm not scared, and I know there's no such thing as ghost. Later on, Toby came to pick up his trucks. I hope I get this done soon. I hate being out this late. Suddenly, a yard foreman walked up. All right, Toby, you're free to go. But do be warned, the winds are high around the bridge, so make sure you're careful when crossing. Yes, sir. Good. I hope you get those trucks delivered on time. Come on. Toby traveled down the line, approaching onto the Bay Bridge, when all of a sudden he felt the wind picking up. He felt his wheels quiver. "Ooh," said Toby. "All right, we'll stop here for right now. We'll let the winds die down a bit before we continue." They waited. Toby looked down and then noticed the scrap remains sitting underneath the Bay Bridge. Ugh, those must be the remains that Edward was talking about. I'm just glad they can't actually move. But when Toby looked at it, he was horrified to see the scrap remains were gone. What the? Where did they go? Where did what go? The scrap tank engine underneath the bridge, he's gone. Maybe there wasn't one. Driver, are you... What? Toby then looked across the bridge, and to this day, he cannot explain what it was. On the other side of the Bay Bridge was the scrap engine. He had no face, just covered in graffiti and rust. His old remains sitting there. Toby couldn't explain what it was, but he was getting at the sad feeling. Driver, I think I want to get out of here. So do I. That's when all of a sudden the scrap tank engine started running forward. Oh my God! And Toby ran back, but the scrap engine started to follow him. Help! Cried Toby. He raced down the other side of the bridge. And just as the scrap engine was about to get him, it was gone. Where did it go? Where did it go? I don't know, Toby, but come on, let's just get over the bridge. I'm not going anywhere near that bridge again after what I just saw. No way. No way. Toby, I refuse to. It took a little while, but soon Henry came to take the train on. Are you all right, Toby? Yes, I'm fine. You don't seem fine, you're shivering. I'm fine, Henry. I think my eyes were just playing tricks on me, that's all. You saw a ghost, didn't you? But how? What? No, of course not. Toby, how do you know? I can tell that face. I saw it on Gordon after he ran into Sam last year. That actually happened? Yes, including it happened to me back in 2021, when I ran into the ghost of Ginty at Vickerstown, or Barrow. I don't understand. Toby, Edward once told me something a while back. There are some things in this world we cannot understand. So, we just try to let it go. I understand, Toby. Toby didn't know what to think of what happened. He thought maybe the fog was playing a trick on him, or maybe that something happened. We'll never know. But the one thing I do know is Toby would probably never want to travel across the Bay Bridge at night again. And sometimes he does still think that scrap tank engine still lurks on that bridge, waiting for an engine to come get him.